Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to read A Pocket for Corduroy by Don Freeman. You all know about this book. We've read it before, haven't we? Yes. We love Corduroy. Corduroy is a bear that once lived in the toy department of a large department store. And a little girl named Lisa came by. Remember, Lisa came by and she purchased him and took him home with her. And she sewed a button for his shoulder strap to stay fastened so he could be more comfortable. So we're going to continue on reading about Corduroy and Lisa and their adventures together. So this is the front of the book, the cover. The cover tells us the title, which is A Pocket for Corduroy. It also tells us who wrote the story, which is Don Freeman. And he actually drew the pictures for this too. He worked really hard on it. And I know you guys know this one, but we're going to read it again. So this is the front. This is the back, and this is the spine. The spine is just like your spine. It holds everything together. Otherwise, we'd all be puddles on the floor, right? So, without our spine is very important. And just like our spine, the spine of a book keeps the pages so they're together. So, let's go ahead and begin to read. A Pocket for Corduroy. Late one summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. As always on such trips, Lisa carried along her toy bear, Corduroy. You go to the laundromat? I'm no stranger to the laundromat. I've been there hundreds and hundreds of times. Go there to wash clothes and dry clothes and fold them up and bring them home, right? That's what you do at a laundromat. The laundromat was a very busy place at this hour. Now, Corduroy, you sit right here and you wait for me, Lisa said. I'm going to help Mother with our wash. There is a lot of people in the laundromat. It's very busy. She's telling him to sit right there so she can help her mother. Does he listen? Does he listen to her? If you're not sure, stay tuned and we'll find out. You can make that prediction. So, Corduroy waited patiently. Then he perked up his ears. Lisa's mother was saying, "Be sure to take everything out of your pockets, Lisa dear. You don't want your precious things to get all wet and soapy." See? Does your mommy and daddy or grandma and grandpa make you empty your pockets before you put your clothes in the washing machine? I try to do that. Every once in a while, something slips through and it ends up going through the wash. Whether it's paper, sometimes a chapstick. You gotta be careful that doesn't go through the dryer too. Crayons, markers, gum. Lots of things have gone through the washer, and it can get on everything and make a whole great big mess, and you end up having to wash your clothes again, which is a waste. A waste of water, waste of soap, waste of time. So before you put your stuff in the wash, make sure you try to empty all your pockets. So Corduroy says, "Pockets?" said Corduroy to himself. "I don't have any pockets." He slid off the chair. "I must go find something to make a pocket out of," he said, and he began to look around. He wants a pocket too. First he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing was the right size or color. They are pretty though, aren't they? That's a big stack. It's a big stack. Compare this stack to this stack. Is this stack bigger or smaller than this stack? Make your prediction. Tell me. Then he saw a stack full of colorful clothes in a laundry basket. "There ought to be something in here for me to make a pocket out of," he said. How do you take your clothes to the laundromat? This person brought their clothes in a sack. Some people bring their clothes in a laundry basket. Just depends on how you want to get it there. Without hesitating, he climbed in the bag, which was filled with pieces of wet laundry. The dampness didn't bother Corduroy in the least. "This must be a cave," he said, sighing happily. "I've always wanted to live in a dark, cool cave." Is that a cave? No, it's a laundry basket or a laundry bag, right? When the time came for Lisa to fetch her bear, he was gone. "Oh, Mommy," she exclaimed, "Corduroy isn't here where I left him." I'm sorry, honey, said her mother, but the laundromat will be closing soon and we must be getting home. Oh, how do you think that made Lisa feel? That she turned around and from helping her mother and Corduroy was gone. How do you think that made her feel? Think it made her feel happy he was gone? Or do you think she felt sad that he was gone? Yeah, you're right. I think she felt sad. I know when I was a little girl, my favorite teddy bear was a black pound puppy. And his name was Sparky. And if he was missing, I had to search that house from one end to the other before I could go to bed at night because I needed him to sleep with. So I understand Lisa and how she feels right now. She feels sad. Do you have a favorite toy or something that you sleep with every night? I hope she finds him. You could send me a picture of your favorite animal or a toy or a blanket that you sleep with at night that makes you feel safe. I would love to see that. Maybe I could try to find a picture. Sparky, I still have him. My daughter sleeps with him now, but I could try to send you a picture of what he looks like. Lisa was reluctant to leave without Corduroy, but her mother insisted. You can come back tomorrow, she said. I'm sure that he will still be here. And look, what do we see? There's the laundry bag that he climbed into, but Lisa doesn't know that, does she? He's hidden inside. As they left, a young man wearing an artist's beret was taking his wet laundry out of the bag, the very bag that Corduroy had discovered. Before he knew it, Corduroy was being tossed together with all the sheets, shirts, shorts, and slacks. If they're wet, where is he putting them? Is the artist putting them in the washer or the dryer? When clothes are wet, where do they go? If you said dryer, you're right. Because they've already been washed. So he just has to dry them. That's right, inside the dryer. But just as the artist was shutting the glass door, Corduroy tumbled out onto the floor. How in thunder did that bear get messed up with my things? The artist wondered. Look at the look on his face. He's surprised to see a little brown bear fall out of his laundry. He must not have any kids at his house. Poor Corduroy was damp all over. The least I can do for him is give his overalls a good drying, said the man thoughtfully, and he unbuttoned Corduroy's shoulder straps and put his overalls in the dryer. What a nice man for doing that. The Corduroy grew dizzy as he watched the clothes spin around and around, but the artist became inspired. This would make a wonderful painting, he said, as he took his sketch pad out of his pocket and began the drawing of the swirling colors. I can hardly wait to get back to my studio. See, look right in the middle. What's that? It's Corduroy's overalls. And look at all the other colors going around and around. In what shape? A circle. You're right. Finally, the dryer stopped whirling and the man gathered up the clothes. Then he helped Corduroy put on his warm, dry overalls. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called, "Closing time! Everybody out!" Time to everybody go home for the day. Corduroy was placed gently on top of the washing machine. I wonder who that bear belongs to, said the artist as he was leaving. Seems to me that he should have his name someplace. He's too fine a fellow to be lost. Aww. As soon as the lights were turned off, Corduroy began his search again. He was surprised to see something glowing white in the dark. Maybe it's snow, he said excitedly. I've always wanted to play in snow. What is that? What did Corduroy find? Did he find a box full of snow at the laundromat? No, you're right. What is it? It's laundry detergent. He accidentally tipped over the open-lidded box, and suddenly he was covered with soft, slippery soap flakes. Gradually, Corduroy began to slip and slide. Oh, what fun, he said with a smile. I've always wanted to slide down a mountainside. Is he sliding down a mountainside? He's going to end up someplace, isn't he? He landed paws first in an empty laundry basket. Must be a cage, he said, peeking through the bars. I've never wanted to live in a cage like a bear at the zoo. But by now, Corduroy felt very drowsy. What does that mean? Drowsy. That's another word for tired. And soon he nodded off to sleep. The next morning, when the manager came to open the door of the laundromat, there was Lisa standing. I left something here yesterday, she explained. May I have a look around? Certainly, said the manager. My customers are always leaving things. Lisa was searching under the chairs and in the back of the washing machines when she heard the manager call for her. Is this what you're looking for, senorita? What did he find? Yeah, he found Corduroy in the basket. Yes, yes, he's my best friend, shouted Lisa as she came running. She reached in and picked Corduroy out of the basket. This is where you've been, you little rascal, she said. It's time that I took you home. See? I bet she missed him last night when she was sleeping. What do you think? Lisa thanked the manager and ran out the door and down the street, holding Corduroy tightly in her arms. I thought I told you to wait for me, she said. Why did you wander away? I went looking for a pocket, Corduroy said. Oh, Corduroy, why didn't you tell me you wanted a pocket, said Lisa, giving him an affectionate squeeze. Instead of looking for one, he could have just did what? If you really want something, is it okay just to go and try to find it yourself? Not all the time. It's best to do what? Go ask somebody. That very morning, Lisa sewed a pocket on Corduroy's overalls, and there is a card I've made you with your name on it to keep tucked inside, she said. I've always wanted a purple pocket with my name tucked inside, said Corduroy, as he and Lisa nuzzled noses. The end. So she was lucky. Lisa was lucky that she accidentally lost Corduroy, but she went back where she was, and she found him the next day. I bet that made her so happy to find her best friend like that. I hope you guys like that story. You can draw me a picture of Corduroy and have it send it over to me. All right? Until next time, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.